Hello and welcome back to the Verse. This is Citizen Sadao, and today we're talking about the 5th day of IAE, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, and today we're going to be looking at two different companies, Crusader and Tumbril. It's going to be a rather quick day as, these two are relatively low stock in terms of ships. There's a few new ones though, so we're going to get into that. So first we're going to start off with Crusader. Crusader Industries, true titan of transgalactic transport, keeps the entire empire moving. Check out the latest addition to its fleet, the fearsome Ares Starfighter. So yeah, these are going to be the two of the new ships. There's two different variants to the Ares Starfighter, and we'll get into that. So first we're going to go through the ships that are for sale. So you have the A2 Hercules, $750. Actually, we are going to, before I do that, put this in value low to high. So the cheapest that you're going to get is $250 for Crusader. Crusader is a very reliable, I would say, company in the verse. Has a pretty good breadth of what they offer. They're very, I would say, very stereotypical space flight, but also kind of a humany space flight, as we'll get when we get to the Hercules. But anyway, the Ares Inferno, which is the cheapest, this has a ballistic Gatling gun, can absolutely shred capital ships. Really good heavy fighter combat, single-seater, size 7 gun. Like I said, ballistic repeater. It's gonna be something to be reckoned with. However, this one and the other Ares is actually, I believe, getting their shield generators taken away. So it is going to be a little bit more squishy than before. So that's the first one. You have the second one, which is the Ares Ion. It swaps out the size 7 Gatling gun for a size 7 Ion or Ion cannon. Same price, $250. $250. There's some special deals as well to get that with some LTI, I believe. Good ships. I do not have one. I probably won't be picking one up, but if you just want some massive firepower, these are the ships for you. Then, of course, we have the Mercury Star Runner. This is basically your all-around for the same price, $260 practically. It's very, I don't know if I can say this, but it's very, let's just say, Star Warsy of a certain ship, especially with kind of this off, it's a centered cockpit, but sort of this off-centered section. It's a data runner slash transport slash cargo ship slash like sneaky. It has some like underground hidden spaces. I can't think of the word right now, but some illegal activity. You can basically do almost everything in the game. It supports multiple crew. So it's a really neat ship, really cool ship. And I'm probably gonna add this to my fleet at some point. I just haven't yet. You then have the 400, so the prices of Crusader is pretty steep, mainly because of just what you're getting in all of these ships. So the C2 Hercules is the generic version of this ship. As you can see, it's very airliner-esque. This is just a regular transport ship, has pretty good transport, $400. Then you have the Genesis, which is still in concept. This is going to be your airliner or passenger transport. I did hear the Hercules was also getting a transport variant, but I'm not sure if that is still happening. It may just be the Genesis, because that is their designated passenger transport, mass passenger transport. So if you ever wanted to be a fighter pilot but want to do that in space, Genesis is the ship for you. $400, not bad, but it is still in production, so it is not out yet. You then have the M2 Hercules, which is the combat military variant. It's $520, adds a little bit more shielding, I think a little bit bigger weaponry as well, and armor, I believe, as well. Same design though. And then of course you have, I believe for the last one, yeah, the A2 Hercules. So this is the bomber variant. Has some massive, massive bombs that it is capable of dropping. And so if you're going to be a bomber, I see this being more a org gameplay ship. I don't see many people buying this just for themselves, unless you just want to go around blowing stuff up. But really neat ship. So that's it for Crusader. We're then going to shift over to Tumbril. And Tumbril has 10 different ones. We're going to switch to low to high, and now we have the vehicles for Tumbril. So we have the Ranger CV, and a lot of these are going to be sort of copies. So this is your ground touring. It's the first wheeled vehicle. It's still in concept. It's not really there. It's like a wheeled motorcycle. Going to be neat. It looks like it's going to have some transport capabilities, potentially a second seat. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to go, but definitely looks like you can probably transport some stuff on this, and probably going to be pretty fast. You have the Ranger, so this is the racing variant, $35, not bad. You have the combat variant, just add some guns, and it looks like it takes away the carriage or the cargo capacity on the ship, and probably adds a little bit more protection for the rider. This one's a little bit more expensive. Ground concept, all of these still in concept, so as with all ground ships or ground vehicles, better just get them in game, in my opinion. But these aren't too expensive, so if you wanted them, you could have them. Cyclone is in game right now. It's a ground exploration / recon, kind of does everything that you need. $55, but also available for purchase in game. You have the Cyclone RC, which is the racing variant. You then have the Cyclone RN, which is like the more kind of militaristic recon, dangerous zone Cyclone out there, or Cyclone variant. Then of course you have the Cyclone TR, which is the combat, adds this gun, adds more armor, and as you can see the wheels are a little bit more reinforced than the previous variants, $65. And the Cyclone MT, which is the missile variant. So as you can see, it adds these missile racks, and I think it's the most expensive one. No, and then you have the Cyclone AA, so this is the anti-aircraft variant, which is the most expensive one for $80. Available for purchase in game, so I would say do that. And the last ship is the Nova tank. So Tumbril doesn't have any spaceships; it's all ground combat. Nova tank, I think the only tank in the game as of right now. So if you want to have your own tank, this is for you. $120, available for in-game purchase, and again, with all ground vehicles, I would say just purchase it in-game. So that's been day 5 of the IAE. Thank you for tuning in. This is Citizen Sadao, and I will see you in the verse.